Larry Nance Jr. Let's just get right into it. We'll talk about NBA Schmenba. Let's talk about owning
news. Perfect.
Let's talk about you are a part owner of Leeds United. I saw you when you put up the post of you in the jersey holding the scarf. I was just like, yo, you were on our show. I'm gonna pull up this clip. We'll put it in post.
No, it's great. I know Bron is in Liverpool. Kevin Durant owns part of Philadelphia.
The Philadelphia Union.
I believe there's Steve Nash does a lot. I know has ownership with, I want to say, Mallorca in Spain.
And Vancouver.
Yeah,
James Harden owns Dynamo, a part of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that I'm interested in as well. That's something that ownership is.
Well, Larry, we have a Sunday league team called Cooligans FC that we could really use a little bit of investment.
You were on our show, and we, like Alexis mentioned, we were talking about the other NBA players that are involved in football ownership. LeBron in Liverpool, James Harden in Houston Dynamo, Kevin Durant, Philadelphia Union. And you said right there on our show 2 years ago, you were like, it's something I'm interested in being getting involved in ownership.
So is it because of us?
Did we?
It's solely on you guys. There was one reason why I went through with this, and it had nothing to do with the team, the future, the city, nothing. It was strictly because I made a promise to you guys.
How do I get back on the show?
When I started, before I started doing stand-up comedy, I started telling people that I was gonna be a comedian. And a lot of people are like, "What? You ain't funny. Whatever." And it's just like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it. I promise." But as soon as I started putting it out into the universe, boom, it happened. And now I do comedy. I'm talking to Larry Nance Jr. Was that what you were doing? Putting it out in the universe? I'm gonna own a football club, so I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah, kind of. I've wanted to get involved for so long now, and obviously, I would love to say basketball is my first love, but it's not. Football is. So, it was just something that felt right. Like, I don't know, it felt right. I'm so passionate about it. And again, I'm doing this. I'm talking to you guys right now, but if you see me glancing this way, I've also got Burnley, Nottingham Forest on in the background. So,
I love it. Yeah.
It was just something that I thought would be very cool, and that I'd love to, really get my foot in that side, that half of the sports world.
Yeah.
What is it that you think you can bring to those players on Leeds United from your experience in the NBA? Like, what do you think you can bestow upon them?
Not much. Not much, for being real. Not much. How to, if they want to figure out some ownership stake in the NBA, I might be able to have might have a foot in the door for them there. But no, I mean in all reality, it's very much so I talk with the players after the games, and I've got a few friends that played that just developed over social media and whatnot. I've gone over there twice now, but in terms of interaction with them and actual input, I don't know what I'm talking about from that sense, and I know that. So I want the team to do well, so therefore I'm not going to tell them what to do.
You're just in the locker room like, no flagrants this game, all right?
Yeah, exactly, guys. One yellow. That's all we're allowed.
All right. No technical fouls. I didn't. But this is not the team I bought.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Obviously, getting involved in ownership. We've met a couple people, obviously, in high levels of the game. But I guess my first question would be like, what have you learned? What are one of the first things about being an owner that you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to. I got to get the manual. I got to look up, football ownership for dummies or whatever. But what's been the first thing that have really challenged you in being involved in this space?
So for me, I stay active. I wouldn't say on social media because I'm not on Instagram, but Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, and I enjoy my engagements. So, once it kind of came out that, hey, this guy is a part owner of an investor in the Leeds football takeover. Leeds fans flocked to my Twitter on the droves. They were, telling me, "Hey, we need a left back, we need a center back, we need a striker, and I'm sitting there like, guys,
you just got here,
yeah,
guys,
like, yo, the concession stands in Gate D. We need to fix the every facet of the game."
Exactly. So it's just become like if they have anything to say to or about the team, I'm just kind of like the guy to say it to because I'm active and you'll occasionally
Right.
get a response. So whether they're happy or mad, my Twitter's it just go after a Leeds game. Go search my Twitter handle. It's
Yeah. This is
it's
this is the
fantastic.
customer service rep. We gotta let them know.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I am. I'm the customer service. Bingo.
You're like, I will let them know that stall number 3 is down. Thank you.
Don't worry, I got it. We're out of beer underneath, underneath that stadium.
That's probably the complaint you'll get most if I remember Leeds correctly. You did play on a same team. LeBron also played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So did you. He owns a soccer team. Now you own part of a soccer team. Did you maybe reach out to him? Did he give you any advice?
So not necessarily, no. This was something that even if he had said, hey, dude, this is a terrible investment, don't do it, I was going to do it.
Nice.
I was going to do it. This is one of those things that, hey, look, if I lose my money along the way, the fun and the experience is going to be worth it. I don't think that's going to happen. It's not going to. But for me, it's much more of a passion play than it is a financial play.
Yeah, and Leeds. It's a interesting time for Leeds. I mean, the last after getting promoted, they brought in an American manager, all these American players. There was a lot of energy and hype, and Leeds is a club with just an incredible amount of history. But being on this side of it, it's a frustrating time, right? They got relegated in a time when it felt like things were on the up. But being a fan and owner and then being involved in this community, what is it like watching Leeds now as an owner? Because I mean, you give up a goal and it's not just, oh man, we're down 1. It's like, we need to get promoted because we ain't gonna have.
I got mortgage payments.
We're not gonna have hot dogs next season if we.
So you know what's fun is one of the only things I find different about it from watching as a fan of the sport as opposed to like having interacted with the players and interacted with people within the club and stuff like that, having a stake in it, is not like I want them to win more or less because look. You go to England and sometimes it feels like the fans want to win more than anybody else. So,
right.
I look, of course I want them to win, but the only difference I find is like before I would find myself calling them like by their last names or how I would find them like, we just signed this new striker, Joel Perot. And like I would call him Perot or Jorginho Rutter. I'd call him Rooter. But like now, for whatever reason, since I've got involved and gotten to meet a few of these guys, it's only first name basis. I'll be stomping around the house and my wife will be like, "What are you mad about?" It's like, Dan missed this awesome chance in the first half. Like,
great, yeah.
Luis wants out. I just don't know what to do. This type of stuff. And she's like, "Who?" Like, yeah, sorry. I think I know them. Just I act like we're old friends.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
us,
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah,
Good old.
You talk about them the way we talk about you.
Old Larry,
that Larry.
Yeah. It just dawned on me that you're probably now going, we won last week, and you can now actually say we.
Yeah.
You're one of the few people we've ever spoken to that can actually say we.
Yes. It's quite the honor, and I don't abuse it. I like to call them Leeds, or the players were awesome today. The squad was great, but if I'm feeling a little bit, I feel like I want to boost my ego a little bit, I'll throw a we in there or an us every now and again. Yeah.
Okay. Look, we put in a great shift today.
Yeah.
Oh,
it feels
100%.
good.
We really
100%.
left it all out there.
Yeah. The boys look great today. That's a massive 3 points for us.
Yes.
Just sprinkle it in at the end.
I want to also, the last time you were on, we had spoken to you, I believe it was like the week or just a couple of days after Chelsea won Champions League. And so we obviously can't omit the fact that you obviously are a big Chelsea fan.
Damn, Christian bringing up your ex, bro.
No, it's true. It's true. I was very forward about the fact that I love Chelsea. And for me, it was Samuel Eto'o that brought me there in the first place. So a lot of what had made me what made me really like the club is gone. And so I don't want to say like this was a perfect segue, but this is what better time You know, like I was Chelsea was. I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of how they're spending and all that stuff. So now that
let's just keep it a buck, bro. Chelsea kind of dusty right now, bro.
They're kind of down bad. They're kind of down bad. Look, put it this way: if Leeds plays Chelsea right now, I got my look. You know where my money's at.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
You know where my money's at. I great Carabao Cup, FA. We might have we got something going on. We'll match up with them.
Okay.
Well, I want to know
the bridge too.
Yeah. I want to know. Obviously, Ellen Road, an incredibly historic stadium. As you walked around there for the first time, as an owner, did you consider whether Christian and I can hang out in the owner's box?
It's an important question.
You know what? I did.
One of the most important questions I'll ever ask on the show.
I looked at the seats kind of like to the left and right of me as I'm in the director's box and was like, I know the perfect two guys to fill these seats. I know, I'll kick my wife
experience out. Is missing, that's
couple
what you
knuckleheads.
It's exactly what it is. I'll just not bring my wife next time. And you guys are you got it. I got it.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be hanging out with Christian and Alexis.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny because now when you're involved, I say we.
Yeah, you guys are gonna. You'll see the result next weekend and be like, man, we had an awesome one.
Yeah,
we really took it to them.
Larry was right. They played their heart. We've played our hearts out.
I just love that it's a team effort. That's all.
That's a fact. No, we're in it together.